some, it may be the legacy of fame or the luxury of fortune. But for many, if not most artists, I think they create because they have to. In the absence of creative endeavors, some broken part of their subconscious wells up and presses against other functions of the mind, disrupting them. This quickly becomes a curse as the desperate rattle of a painting or novel or album drowns out all other thoughts. Days or weeks are lost while plumbing the depths and branching ideas of possibilities. The torturous frustration as the clumsy body fails to recreate into reality the immaculate vision of the mind. But the highs, oh those highs, when art flows and you are a conduit for lightning, when knowledge, skills, and training finally align into a perfect focus, turning random, diffuse light into a hot, fast laser beam. This is the feeling of immortality, the feeling that seems to justify this brief, fragile existence. So open that release valve, just a little bit, and let the demons play for a while.
Hello, everyone. How are we all doing today? Just, disable this. Save this one. So happy with this. I didn't start early, so I don't get a warm-up today. Tired Chaos Gremlin. Fair. I am unfortunately getting a bit sick, so we'll see how I do. Remember how Mal came into chat yesterday saying about how they were feeling sick? I think I caught it as well. I hope so too. I don't like being sick. Most people don't like being sick. Especially once you're an adult. Because you don't get to call out of school. Many jobs don't have good sick day policies. First count is missing a day for when Sammy wasn't working on Saturday. Alright, I can go edit that manually. Says you're currently at 8. Let's bump that up to 9. That's fixed on the back end, but now I have to go fix it on the actual redeem. Alright, should be fixed now. Show number 68. Are we really up to 68 or are you just picking random numbers? That one may be a reference to something, and I may have put that one in there myself. It is a reference to Kipo in the Age of Wonder Beasts. Point where a character just shouted, "Rule of the surface, number 68." And that was the response I gave, and I saw that, and I was like, that's going in the Fox rules. That is too perfect not to put in the Fox rules. because the Fox rules really are just pick a random number. Really need to watch more anime? Well, Kipo's not anime, but have you watched Kipo? Hold on. Let me go find an image of it. So the base premise is the main character grew up in a burrow, and something happened, and she gets ejected to the surface, where the surface of the world has been overtaken by mutated animals that are either of human intelligence or are just colossal beasts. Browser, why? Don't say too much about it. And I wouldn't look up images of it because they do have, like, even a quick search will have spoilers. I will say that it will have elements in it you might enjoy. Like, this is the art style for it. So it has TF, huh? It does, yes. I mean, if you're just gonna come out and say it. But it was one that I originally just completely looked past because the art style kind of made it look like just another animated Netflix show. But then I gave it a shot and I'm just like, God damn it, why is this so oddly tailored to me? Have I watched Dragon Prince on Netflix? I haven't. Like, I want to share an image, Jelly, but it would be very much spoiler, so I won't. Really good, you can recommend it? Okay. It's one I've seen pop up on the recommended feed a lot, but just never really grabbed me. And while, yes, I enjoy Kipo, and I find it highly amusing that it does have TF in it, something having TF in it generally isn't enough to make me interested. Oh, it isn't TF based? Okay. You just like Dragon Prince? Fair. Does it have dragons in it? Or two. But to be fair, one good dragon is all you really need. Any past that are just good bonuses. Lore of magic. Oh no, more lore. I'm already caught up in something else's lore. I am currently decoding a thing. But I have to wait for more snippets to be available. More lore to store in the library. Yes. I have completely lost my train of thought. I need to go get references. Did you miss Nano lore? No. No, you did not. We were not talking about nano critters. You just heard lore? Jelly was saying she likes the magic lore in the show, and I was saying, oh no, and that I was currently interested in, I'm currently investigating and decoding the lore of something else. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. I appear to be sick, but I'm gonna keep streaming until if or and when my cough gets bad enough that I have to stop streaming. Alright. If I'm sick, I need rest? Yeah, but I also gotta stream. What am I supposed to do? Sleep? No, you're silly. Tell you what. People can submit a maximum of 2,000 a day to it, I believe. Max is 2,000. So. You need to. I considered making a community goal to let people force me to end the stream. But I don't want to be that expensive. It just made a redeem where you can only redeem it once throughout the stream. But as soon as enough people redeem it, it just immediately ends the stream. Yeah, I would really like to get this one done because it's been on the burner for a bit. What's the haiku theme mean? Just that the title of the stream is a haiku. Malcolm Tease, my partner, always makes all of her stream titles haikus. But she hasn't streamed in a while, so the theme's been up for grabs. You can reclaim it when she streams. Welcome back, Jelly. Jelly, Snow is being unreasonable. Snow was telling me I should end the stream and go sleep. Just because I'm sick. Can you believe that? Sleep, what time zone am I in? I am in Central in the US, but I'm also sick. So technically when you are sick, you should sleep. But I had to cancel like 2 streams last week. Isn't totally wrong. But Nano Bunny. Don't you want your Nano Bunny? You can wait. You've waited for a while. Worst comes to worst, I'll wrap up after I finish. After I finish this one. This one's almost done. I just really want to get it done. I still find it hilarious that the little colored patterns along the body became a standard feature. Hi, sis. Make sure I take care of myself first. I get that, but then I'd feel lazy. Besides, I have to go to work later today anyway. Hi, Cap. Oh, Jelly's petting herself, giving herself head pats. Hi, Cap. Three, 4, 5, 6. You see, now I've got an interesting problem. Jelly's orbs have finer details than this brush is particularly designed for. Hydrate, extra hydrate. Fortunately, my cough isn't too bad this morning. It was worse yesterday, but it's still early. I might rest after this, I'll be honest. Because that's the unreasonable thing to do, and we all know that I am just the most unreasonable. Finish this one up, implement it, remove any evidence of me saying that I was going to stream. Blame chat if anyone asks me why I stopped. Maybe do some small activities that don't require as much focus and work. Because full disclosure, I probably can't go back to sleep. I already took my medication. Hi, Laser. I really struggled to sleep, sis. I mean, yes and no. I didn't sleep. It's not like I super struggled to sleep. I didn't sleep through the whole night because I accidentally fell asleep in the flop zone. And then I woke back up and had to go and crawl myself into bed. You have bullied Foxy? How so? You put Lyra in a bucket? Need to get one of those buckets of Nano Cat at some point. Also, can I be honest with you, chat, about something? You know how I always say I'm not a huge fan of Pokemon? Like, I will admit, the Legend Arceus looked more interesting to me than the base games, but not enough to play it. I actually liked X and Y. I liked Kalos, I liked the region, and I was invested in the history, the war, and the Ancient King. It was also my first Pokemon game. They announced a new Legends game that takes place in Kalos in the past, and I'm actually interested in it, but I am so terrified that if I play it and get interested in it, people are just going to be like, oh, Sierra likes Pokemon now. And I'm just like, no. No, I don't want that. Also, why is there just a giant cat covering the screen? And why did nobody in chat comment? You thought it was, no, I think I just missed dragging it into Pure Ref and accidentally dropped it onto OBS. Despite both your legacy profile picture and your Sona being Pokemon, you actually don't care about the games pretty much at all. You thought it was intentional? What kind of energy do I have set up for myself if that seemed intentional? I'm not sure if I should be concerned or proud. You also thought it was intentional? My statement stands. I have set traps for myself. But also, can I say that I'm still proud that you guys haven't managed to break the avatar system in like 3 months at least? You're gonna break it again soon, because I gotta update it to the beta. But for now, it has been stable, and I am proud of that. I patched all the holes. Your bit? But yeah, that game, depending on how it looks when it gets closer to release, might be the first Pokemon game I pick up in years. Oh, your bit, the hike. I am glad that you saw that. I probably won't be streaming much longer than just finishing up this interaction today, because chat has made it clear that I should rest. So I'm glad that you got to see it. You spent all your points on the dragon? It's not super. Oh, you know, when I modified it to make it more expensive, I had in mind like the people that are here a lot. I didn't think about the fact that that'll just affect the people that aren't able to come in very often. I should change that back. Like, it was a fun little test, but probably not worth keeping. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cat, you're missing an orb. Cap had his hand on the wrong spot on the keyboard. The message right after it was him trying retyping it. Looking at it, his right hand was one over to the right. There's so many orbs here, guys. I feel better. You're feeling better than yesterday, but your voice still garbo. Yeah, mine has slowly just been getting a bit worse. So, chat has convinced me that I should end stream after this one. Jelly, I am exporting this twice because you see this blue line that goes through here? This is the size of the like the canvas that will be on stream. But since I've already drawn the full thing, the one that I'll send to you will just basically be the full thing. I'll probably crop out all this extra space. Hi, Imp Camper. just a heads up, we're probably not going much longer today because I'm sick. I am sick and not feeling well. That the second piece of the Nano Bunny is a hug. I'm pretty sure Sigil got a hug. Not like a stream interaction, but one of the donos that he got was a hug between the two, which was pretty early on. Which was this one, which was where I had to decide. I had to just kind of decide on the spot whether or not nano critters can contact each other like that. Like, wait, don't. I don't know what will happen? Nothing happened? Did something else before? Oh, we did certain little ones, like Sigil trying to control Cat's nanites, which I think is this one. Oh no, that's just Sigil yelling at his orb. Where's Sigil trying to manipulate Cat's nanite? This one. Oh, this is the contact shield. Looks very similar to what I'm showing right now. Yeah, which is I think why I mixed it up. Ah, here it is. This should be it. Yeah, they really do look similar. I kind of have a default pose for the nano critters floating, which is like one leg kind of straight, one leg kind of bent, and then kind of like almost a 45-degree angle. It feels odd to me if both legs are bent the same degree. Look. The jelly rule is just that everything's flammable. But yeah, because this was another one where I had to make a decision kind of on the spot. So I talked with the original, like the creator of the original character that Cat was based off of. And I said, like, what would happen if they came to contact with each other. And apparently if Cat and Artemis, which is the name of that character, come into contact with each other, their systems will conflict and recognize each other as the same system and try to basically eliminate the others or like steal all the others' nanites. But that was because Cat was trying to recreate the other, like, what, just trying to recreate one of the orbs that she had seen, and it kind of just replicated that entire system with like, and it didn't have any like separate ID or anything, but all the ones that Cat has made have had have had separate like system IDs basically. There's it's one of the sketches as I was scrolling through that. Actually, there's a few that I'm curious what they were because I don't remember that well. One of which is this one of Cat talking to Sigil. Where is the original? There it is. Pretty dense metal. Should feed you. Oh, you guys can't see the text. Just hold it till it dissolves. Will it make my nanite stop eating everything else? No. Why are your hands paws instead sometimes but not others? An easier shape to hold if I don't need thumbs. Useless resources. Which, at the time I meant... Oh no, it says uses less resources. Right, computer. Resource management. Also, just looks less threatening to others than the claws I originally had. But, because of the way that... Because of the way that my, hard drives are set up, where I have a drive pool, and I specifically have my art... the folder containing all my art is backed up onto, it is duplicated onto 2 extra drives, so there's always 3 copies of it. So for every art piece, as I search through, there is multiple of them. Like this one here is the virtual one, the one on the virtual drive that is a combination of all of them. But then you got this one, that's the same piece on one drive. You got this is on drive I. This is the same thing on drive H. This is the same thing on drive E. You can see multiple of the Pride ones. It's a little annoying for searching for images, but it's I'd rather have a little annoyance there than risking one of my hard drives failing again. Just mainly keeping backups instead of RAID. I don't have RAID. I don't really know how to do RAID. I don't have enough hard drives that are all the same size to do a RAID. I don't have a RAID controller. RAID is a whole thing. You use the bookmarks and everything to ignore the backup drives? I'm not sure what you mean. But, like, I don't manually back them up. I use a software called DrivePool. Where it takes all of my hard drives and basically pulls them together into one virtual drive. Well, not all of them. 3 of my drives aren't connected to it. Because this one is my like OS drive. And I don't know what's up with these 2. I don't remember. But all of my hard drives, like this is a 4 terabyte. This is a 1 terabyte. These 2 are both 4 as well, actually. So I guess, like, in theory, I could do a 3 drive RAID, but if I were doing RAID, I'd like to have more than just 3 drives. But yeah, so I have a total of Here it is. About 12 terabytes in this entire drive pool. The reason I have used up so much space is most of that is the fact that I have kept every single stream recording I have ever done. Just got a 1 terabyte NVMe and 8 terabyte hard drive or hard disk drive. Portable here is an SSD. These other 3 are spinning drives. I have it set up so when it saves files, it saves it to the SSD first because it's faster. And then during idle times, it moves stuff over into the hard disk drives. You just keep your stream VODs on YouTube. I'm very slow at updating them to YouTube. It takes forever and blah. I have such a backup. Or such a backlog. They take forever to upload. They mess with your internet. But like if I go into let's see, I need OBS recordings. Go back as far as like 2019. You got some old ones that I cannot play because they have copyrighted music in them. These were back when I was doing stuff on Picarto. Wait, do I download them from Twitch and upload them to YouTube? No, I don't use the Twitch VODs for it because Twitch constantly mutes audio. My computer simultaneously renders it for streaming, but also renders it a second time for recording in a higher quality. So anything that I upload to YouTube is the original quality, not the because if you do it just with the recording from Twitch, any like bitrate drop or anything will be in the recording. Any disconnects or anything like that. So like if I go to videos here, OBS Raw. Today's the 27th. Yeah, here, dragon move. This one here is still the VLC icon because this is the video that is being recorded as we speak. Its size is currently 0 bytes. Compared to the rest of these, like that's a 4 gig, 15 gig, 2 gigs, 4 gigs, 21 gigs. Games always take up so much more space. And Talos Principle in particular has been making very big video files. But yeah, I've also tried to take all of my game ones and separate them out so I can upload them to YouTube at some point. Oh, here's the April Fool's Day video. This is when I use the how do I make you smaller? This is when I use the expressive avatar for the like. This was the only time I was supposed to use it for. So I would, I guess, only keep the other expressions up for a little bit. Lovers of Aether, yeah. I did 2 games. I did Lovers of Aether and Cryptic Crush. Oh, it's big. Oh, that's quite big. Why is it widescreen? I legitimately had a lot more fun with Cryptid Crush than I did with Lovers of Aether. But that's probably because Cryptid Crush focused a lot more on like the story than on the actual any dating sim stuff, at least in chapter 0. But yes, if anyone was wondering where the little expressive quote-unquote avatar came from, this was the stream it was for, and I made it like overnight. The 21 Jump Street side plot in Lovers was pretty great. I don't know what that means. All I remember in Lovers of Aether was where is it? There it is. Oh my gosh. Was that I had to choose between 2 of them, and I think the 2 I was choosing between was this one here and like the one guy friend that was just like a himbo or something. Your 6800 XT is great for everything except AV1 encoding, sadly. Would be great for saving speed. I gotta figure out the AV1 encoding. We have officially nested distractions. It feels like it's definitely a Sierra stream. What specs do my PC have? Or does my PC have? I have a Ryzen, what was it? 37 or 3800X. So a Ryzen 7 and which I think was which yeah, I guess would be the 3rd generation of Ryzen 7. I've got about 48 gigs of RAM. Dragon's covering the name. Sorry about that. Ryzen 7 3800X. Got a bunch of hard drives there. And I've got the 4070 Ti. Which I've been told can do AV1 rendering. But I hate going through the process of testing out what rendering speed and presets is the best. But I should probably record some uncompressed Talos 2 footage at some point, because that creates really big files, like fully uncompressed files, and mess around with AV1 encoding on those. Twitch allows AV1 now? I think AV1, like Twitch is just testing out AV1 on like their end and stuff. But as far as like actually recording the local files, because you have to find out like what speed you want it at, that it won't max out your CPU. What the there was the preset speed and then a separate speed, and you had to mix and match the 2. Like if I go into OBS settings right now, actually let me make sure I'm not putting anything. Yeah, right now I'm using CRF 18 with a preset faster because my CPU was able to handle the faster speed. But just means I had to go through and test out the presets with the with stuff, and I don't feel like it. I would love to set up a second computer at some point that I could set to render stuff or like upload stuff or whatever and not interfere with my primary machine. But right now I've only got this machine, so. But anyway, yes. Stuff that we actually are supposed to be doing. Stuff, interactions. At Nanite. Shortcuts. That's the wrong one. I want Lantitude models. All of these aren't even needed anymore because they don't exist. Those scenes, I've deleted them from OBS. They were the old system. So while I'm here, let's make this easier to look at and delete some of these. Because they're... I did not know I could do that. There is no use for it anyway because you can't click on anything else. But, I was gonna say, these are all turned off anyway because they're outdated. Delete selected. Alright, so if... I should make this a case statement. For recordings, it doesn't embed for sending videos on Discord. Yeah, no testing it out. Using same as you, your encoder overloads instantly. Pretty sure, 26, yes, when I first set this up, my CPU was much stronger than my GPU. I intentionally had a weaker GPU. But even, like, I've only ever had one game, even with it rendering twice, ever completely max out the CPU. And that is Talos 2.
As light reaches us from afar, we lie embedded in layers of cosmic time.
I'm curious if I can just do something really silly here.
We are embedded in shells of cosmic time, and the final
I should rewrite this entire
fire.
command at some point because it's using an older setup. But I'll do that later. If I just changed the hardware H264, it'd be way better. You know? What do you know? Is it about the Unity thing? What are you suddenly so excited about? Enemy buttons no work when open. Good luck. I think you misunderstand how I have things set up.
As light reaches us from afar, we lie embedded in layers of cosmic time. Each
Let's just do a
cosmic
case
sphere
statement
is an
or
arrow,
a switch
like
statement for now.
radiological strata all around us. The most distant layer of time that we can see is the light that has been traveling since the moment the primordial fire began to cool. The cosmic
Because we'll use this
microwave
display for later.
surrounds us at every edge of our vision. We are embedded in shells of cosmic time, and the final one is fire.
Actually, I should be able to just take all of this and drag it into the default. But I am proud of you for seeing the opportunity, Neko, and trying to break it. Especially after earlier I was saying about how nobody's managed to break it in a while. Like, cursed by custom head pat programming. You know what? This thing here would actually be pretty easy to like it would take a little bit of work, but it would be pretty easy to incorporate the custom colors into the custom head pats for NanoCat. Check something because it's changing expression, not emotion change. And how long is the delay? 2000. And actually I can just copy both of these. did I name that folder? Jelly Hug. Like, in theory, this should just work. I just gotta go and, hold on, Jelly. Good. I do need to check to see what, one sec, guys. Guys, I'm I need to test stuff. No, the variables should still be there. Okay, it's lowercase. Oh, because your name is all lowercase. This here is the thing that Landy has changed specifically for me. We're still loading the expressive models. Gremlin. Pipe Dragon. Now we're into the cats. I will admit, this is the one time that there is possibly a way to break it, because LandyTube is trying to process things. Which, if Neko does break it, then we just have to go through all this again. Look at all those errors, that's normal. That happens every single time regardless. I've asked Landy about it, Landy told me that's normal. Sure, just cycle through all of them there real quick. Alright, Jelly, go ahead and try. Cool. Doesn't have the shake. Maybe I'll add the... Probably won't add the shake. Not till I update it to the... I have to redo all of my avatars because the new beta has come out and I've got to test it. Technically, the new beta of Sammy has come out as well, and I should be testing that. I got to update these to do double duty in order to make myself my own credits thing, because I tried doing a credits thing someone else made, and I wasn't a fan of it. I guess technically this one is pretty much all obsolete. It's all been replaced by these here, which are the ones that I programmed myself. The terminal still has a lot of work in progress to do. This is all for one redeem. You use the species assigned for assigning people new species. This is just for setting up the profile for You remember the redeem that would change its numbers? That's what all of this is. But the problem is I don't have it turned on right now because of this here. I have the main, like the menus created. But nothing else for the menus because I spent so much time on all of this. This is the stuff that manages like keeping track of who it was, keeping track of like all the variables, how many times you've logged in, make sure that only the person, like if someone else redeems it, or if someone redeems it and someone else attempts to do it or to message the bot, you get an error where profile validator. Nope, this is just new messages? Nope. Where is it? I know I have it. What's the power button do? Oh, that's just if any of you notice when the stream starts, it now says like Palb OS is booting up, and when the stream ends, Palb OS is shutting down. That's just to tie into the theming of that. Is the million redeemed the only way to get custom paths, or is it the only free way to? Okay. Million point redeem is technically more of a joke. However, if someone does redeem it, I probably will follow through with it. But you typically only get the custom avatar interactions if you buy them. There's been a few times where I've done some for free, just because I was in the mood to, or if it was for something special. You thought that's what Jelly just did? No, Jelly paid for one. But also, now I'm just like, where... This is the old. None of these are used anymore. This is something I'm getting to later. I look forward to this.
I was walking one day when I happened upon an old man. He was sitting on a bench, staring into the distance as if it were endless. I smiled politely as I passed, but his voice rasped behind me. A voice like his hands, wrinkled and often used, but still sharp with wisdom and concern. It was a question he posed to me. How do I know that you exist? He asked. I stopped and turned to face him.
Disabled.
His eyes were didn't return to his bench. After a moment of thought, I spoke. You don't any more than I know that you do.
Oh, is it this one here? No.
His lips twitched in what may have been a smile, but I couldn't really tell.
I don't know. I may have somehow accidentally broke that. Which means attempting to go back in and find it. Or to re-add it. Oh yeah, this is supposed to be, because yeah, here it checks if who sent the message to it. There's supposed to be an else statement here. Anyway, yeah, we did finish Jelly's thing, like I said. I'm gonna do wrap up stream, as I said earlier. Gonna rest for a bit. Broke? I don't know if it broke so much as the double link there. Yeah, the one I programmed in the Ko-fi one, which I can disable now because I didn't realize that the Ko-fi bot does it automatically. Just the I like that this one's just called Brunery Shoutout. There it is. Just turn that off. Tangent is and Foxes. There needs to be a Neko shoutout command. I like shouting out Neko manually. They get all huffy when you call them cute. Oh right, I do need to before we wrap up. If any of you guys have CSP, I highly recommend taking some time at some point to create auto actions of some of your most used processes. And you can customize, you can put them up here. Like this is the one that sets up all my layers for Dono Stream. Oh heck, this is the wrong, you can't see that. This is the one that's the Dono Stream setup. You got reduce line width, page prep, line art, layers. This is what makes them green and red. This one just adds noise to a thing. But you can also put them on this bar if you didn't know that. This is the one that I use a lot, especially for donos. Because what it does is it crops it to whatever the selection is, and then automatically brings up the export PNG box. Correct. You were no longer able to use your thumbs. You gave up that privilege when you decided to hug the nano critter instead of head patting it. If there's ever... Oh, there probably won't ever be a separate nanite cat hug because most people can't hug nanite cat. Only other nano critters can. You did head pat? No, Jelly. Jelly cannot head pat. Or Jelly cannot. Bruno, you're just over here biting.
What this means is if you take your time and
Could a
plan
Revenant
things out,
hug
make sure that you
Nano
set
Cat?
up
What's a
to
Revenant?
perform that job as flawlessly as you can, you're going to have a much better result.
You're just hug the orbs. That just... Okay, hold on. Coming back real quick. All that reminds me of is, is this dude was like, excuse me, that's my anxiety you're currently snacking on.
The worst thing you can do is rush through something and then take 3 times as long as you need to because you have to troubleshoot all these weird issues. And what's even worse than that is you end up with lingering doubts as to whether your workmanship is
Alright, let's go see who we can raid.
So don't be that person. Take your time and really enjoy the process as much as you can and try to make the product as perfect as you can. Then you'll be able to rely on this thing for years to come.
We'll go raid Rose Puppies. They currently don't have their mic or the redeems working, so it should be chill enough. Alright, everyone. Be sure to get your fox rules ready.
Then you'll be able to rely on this thing for years to come.
Sorry it was a shorter stream, but I hope that you enjoyed what you saw. We got a bit distracted there. Well, we did go for an hour and a half, so... longer than I thought. Heck, I was going so well without coughing. Let's, we're going to go raid Rose Puppies. Have a good one, everyone.